Hey everyone, Yan Zhao here. Today, very happy to go over Downcast 3. Unless you're a fan of the Alterna editions, in which case this will probably end up being like Downcast 5 and 6. I think. But at any rate, for the graphic novels, this is number 3. So, what do we have? Oh, look at this. Let me just... For anyone who's making a comic, boom, signature, here, on the book. Could be on the cover, doesn't need to be on the cover. Right here is good. I want it on the book. I don't want it on like a separate card or some sort of nonsense like that. But at any rate, we start off with a very nice intro that the author, Clint Stoker, write. So the writer is Clint Stoker. We have Ignacio Lizardo, who also known as Nacho, and I'll probably forget Ignacio and call him Nacho. The ever-present, watchful, master of letters, Eric Weathers. Editor, Christina Lynn, who I believe is a new editor. I think he had a guy before. Well, I don't know. It's 2021. Who knows? And also editor, Stephanie Stoker, his wife. And this is nice too, a thank you page. I assume that this was made as like an insert later so he could sign like a bajillion of them. Now he thanks a lot of his backers, although let's take a look. No. Very suspicious. My name is not on there. But at any rate, what the heck happened since Downcast 2? So Downcast is the story of Joanna and Jax, and 1 and 2 had to do with their father who was in prison, and there was this senator named Rise who was trying to rise to power, if you take my meaning. And he's got these acolytes who are trying to steal an object. It's this rock that supposedly keeps this flying city of Strata up in the air. So what happens now? So it turns out Carver, who was one of these acolyte guys who was trying to steal the rock, who also worshipped the rock or a mother goddess, he has escaped justice and he's basically trying to get the rocks. So we go on, and what happened to the kids, Jax and Joanna? Well, they're working. So Joanna, she has taken up a job as a reporter, or like interning a reporter, meaning she basically gets coffee and makes copies and stuff. And Jax, on the other hand, is working in a shop, and he's fixing up bikes and whatnot. And all of a sudden, this dude comes in. Diving suit guy. And everyone's like, WTF is going on here? So he attacks the two, and it turns out that Jax has secretly made implements from pieces of that stone that was from before, or pieces of meteorite, I should call it. And he fashions these items that allows them to fly. It kind of gives them superish powers. And then we come to find out that, oh, actually this guy isn't so bad. He originally thought he needed to kill them because he was tricked by someone, but it turns out because they have not eaten the stones, and as in our world, eating meteorite stones is bad for you. Wow, Matt Weldon cover. That's a nice cover. I like this one better. But at any rate, so what's going on? From there, we get into, there are more monsters a-coming, and these are creatures, people, however you want to call it, that have eaten parts of the stone. And at the end, we find out that, maybe the humans aren't on the city of Strata as like the pinnacle of human achievement. Maybe they're actually stuck there for other reasons, and perhaps it's a prison. So this book, I like number 3 a lot. It's very cool overall, and I think I like the writing better than the previous 2 because now we're kind of getting in the meat. We know who Jax and Joanna are. We're starting to get more into the mythology of the world. What's up with this meteorite? What's up with this guy? At the end of the second graphic novel, not the end of the second. So when we talk about Downcast Volume 3 in the graphic novel format, we have to talk about the art as well. So I am actually a fan of Nacho, but I think book 2 was stronger than book 3. So one of the problems is, if we look at the faces, especially on Jax, they're just, they don't look the same from page to page. And it seems like in this one, so artist, so that I assume that means he did all the coloring himself, which some places I just don't think it works that well. There's these colors here. There's a couple of, like, I don't know, like here he puts, you can see it a little better. Maybe. It's hard to see. At any rate, there's a lighter blue that's next to this solid blue. I mean, there probably should have just kept it solid. And I'm not quite sure what happened. It just seems in some ways like, I don't know, maybe he was rushed and, there was always textures, but like, I don't know, it's just kind of like scribbling in a color where there doesn't really need to be one. Now, a lot of this stuff does look very cool, like the Monstro. This guy in the suit, like he always looks cool. In every frame, every panel, he looks awesome. So what's the difference? I don't know. But still, it's pretty good overall. So, Downcast number 3, Submerged. I liked it. I'm definitely excited to see the next one, which hopefully we'll get in 2022. That'll be 4 in 4 years. Hopefully at some time too, Clint will make, like a compendium, an omnibus, so that new readers can, catch up without having to buy everything individually. Also, I think it's good for people who bought the alternative versions, the individual floppies, and they say, oh, I want something a little more. One thing that I was a little bit surprised at, after, well, I guess there is this sort of Monstro, this tale at the end, an extra tale with Damien Pinabolo. Sorry, my Spanish sucks. It's, I don't know. I guess I expected a little bit more post-story. But Downcast number 3. You like it? You not like it? Regardless, give this video a thumbs up. Leave your comment down below. What do you think? What are you expecting to see on the surface? Subscribe to the channel. We'll have more comic reviews soon.